I used to be really hard with myself every time if I had a day that wasn't like a productive, or let's say I had an idea of what I wanted to do maybe the day before, and if I didn't execute the plan to what my mind deemed to be appropriate or to be correct, then I would beat myself up and I would feel really bad about it. But nowadays, I've sort of like, as long as I do what I genuinely want to do on the day, that's good enough. Even if I just want to lead a completely degenerate lifestyle where I just lounge around, watch anime, and sleep, but that's genuinely what I wanted to do on that day, and I'm not lying to myself or escaping from emotions, then that's completely correct. Because I think every time we inhibit ourselves from actually doing what we want on the day because we have some sort of mental conception of how we should live, we immediately disconnect that connection to your inner child, your heart, that self-love connection. And when that happens, you immediately are not happy. And it becomes really difficult to be loving towards others, and everyone you see around you is just another way for you to sort of use to get ahead. And then you're sort of a slave to your mind trying to get ahead, but then you're completely neglecting your heart and your feelings and your happiness, essentially. Like, imagine you have a child, and at home you're really like negligent to that child. You never give it what it really wants, and you just sort of abandon it, essentially. But when you go out, and your child is with you, you go out with your child, you're like super nice to every other child, right? And then your child's looking at you like, what the fuck, bro? Like, why can't you do that to me? And when you don't do that, essentially you are that child, because there is no inner child or whatever. It's just all you. But you are the inner child, and of course you're gonna be mad and you're gonna be pissed, and then you're gonna hate the world and you're gonna hate other kids that get love from their parents. You're like, fuck you. If I don't get love, how come you get love? And then you get really bitter and resentful. But ultimately, it was all your fault for not giving what yourself actually needed. But now I give permission to myself to be a loser, to completely be whatever I genuinely want to be, and not judge what those intuitive impulses could be. And if I let myself actually just let myself flow through, I am so much happier, and I love myself so much more, and I love life so much more, and everything feels lovely again. And then when you live through that, I find you actually end up doing the best work, because that work, those actions are coming from a real place, a real divine place. Your heart, your feelings, the gate of God is all there. And then you really start building something that's substantial. Whereas if you abandon that and you build something from your mind's egoic perception only, then it never really sticks, because it's not really who you are. Woo! So if you're, also going through some sort of like rough patch where you don't really feel like much, or you feel a bit depressed, like, the best thing for yourself to do is to just feel into what you want to do. And if it's to just do nothing and just sleep all day, then do that. And then that, ironically, actually propels you forward to your ultimate fruition of all that you could be. But if you deny yourself of who you really are because you're judging yourself, then you're fucking yourself when you should be making love to yourself.